All right, and we are back. We're going to be working on number bonds today, scholars. It's good to see you or hear you. And I'm thankful for everyone who watched the videos. And I usually do this at the end, but let's thank Miss Ho for the awesome PowerPoints. And let's get started. So number bonds are super cool and super helpful. I know we already talked about them, but they are super important. So we have 43, and look at that. 43 can be broken up into many different types of number bonds, but there is a similarity to each number bond. And the similarity is the top is your whole, and the bottoms are your parts. So a number bond is a part plus a part equals a whole. Or a whole minus a part can equal a part, but we'll talk about that a little later. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to create a number bond for this number, 47. So at the very top, I'm going to write 47. And now what I can do is I can create a number bond for 47. As long as the two parts equal the whole, we are perfectly fine. So, what is a number you know that can go with another number to equal 47? Well, Mr. Cannon likes to make things as easy as possible, and I feel like if I just break them up by tens and ones, that would be pretty easy. So let's call one of the parts 40. And let's call the other part 7. Is 40 plus 7 equal to 47? Yes, it is. Let's try something else, though. What about 47? No, actually, let's try this. 7 plus 40. Is that equal to 47? Yep, because addition is commutative, so it can be either way. Okay, I'm going to throw a little curveball at you right now. How about 47 minus 7? What would that equal? So if we look back up to where my number bond is, we have 47. 47 minus 40. Do you think that would equal 7? It would. Because the cool thing about number bonds are the whole can be subtracted by a part, and you get the other part, or the parts can be added together to make the whole. Okay, let's try one more. How about 47 minus 40? What would that equal? 7. Okay, Mr. Cannon's class, you are going to create a number bond for this number. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a number bond. And then you're going to fill out this chart down here too. In your notebooks. It should be the last page in your notebook. One page, okay? And you're going to fill in each of these 4 equations. If you're confused about what to do, go ahead and rewind the video and watch what I just taught, because it is exactly that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go to the next part, so pause right now if you're doing that problem. Alright, we're going to create a number bond for this number. Okay, we have number 17. Alright, so like I said, I like to go with tens and ones. So if I went by tens, what number would I get in this one? I would get 10. And if I get 10 there, what am I left with? 7. Alright, now we're going to talk about greater than, less than, equal to. So the way I learned it is whichever way the alligator mouth is pointing is going to be the bigger number, because the alligator's hungry and the alligator wants to eat the bigger number. So if I have 40 over here and 7 over here, the alligator is really hungry, so he is going to want to eat the bigger number, which is 40. So 40 is greater than 7. 40 is greater than 7. Let's look at the next one. So this one, the alligator's pointing the other way. You know, I don't even think this is an alligator, but that's okay. It looks like some Mario character or something. So the alligator is pointing the other way. So what would that mean? It would mean the bigger number has to be on the right. So 7, let's get wiped here. 7 is less than 40. All right. Now let's look at the last one, which is equal to. Equal to is just as simple as it seems. If the numbers are equal, then that means they're equal to. So 40 is equal to 40. But I also want you to think about this. Is 4 tens equal to 40? Is that a true statement? Yes, it is. This is a true statement. Let's look at this one. I have 6 tens and 2 ones. 6 tens and 2 ones. Is that greater than or less than 2 tens and 6 ones? Well, if something has more tens and there's no hundreds or anything above, which one's going to be bigger? It's going to be, it's going to be the one with the more tens. Look, 6 tens is greater than 2 tens. 2 ones is less than 6 ones, but that's okay because we're focusing on that 6 tens has more value than 2 tens. Because 6 tens makes 60 plus 2 ones, which is 2, which is 62. And over here, 2 tens makes 20 plus 6 ones is 26. So this one is bigger, greater than. 6 tens and 2 ones is greater than 2 tens and 6 ones. All right, what's bigger? 100 or 99? $100. Whenever you're comparing straight numbers, you just got to see which one's bigger. And 100 is bigger than 99. 35 and 42. Which one is bigger? Well, we have 4 tens here. And we have 3 tens here. What's bigger? 4 tens or 3 tens? 4 tens. You always want to look at the biggest place value when seeing if something is greater than or equal to. That'll be your key. All right. So we did go over this problem last video, so I'm just going to try one strategy, and we're going to make a quantity list. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the important things. Okay, Kinnear biked 100 miles. That's pretty important, right? So he wants to bike 100 miles. So his goal is 100 miles. He has biked 64 miles so far. How much more? Alright, so I did a tape diagram and the arrow method for this one. Let's try number bond. Number bond's kind of cool. Alright, so let's remember what a number bond is. It's a whole and two parts add to make the whole. Now let me ask, what is the whole in this situation? Is it 100 miles, 64 miles, or we don't know? Well, if the goal is 100 miles, then that would be the whole. So that means the 64 would be one of the parts. Now, what I want to do is let's go ahead and get 64 to a benchmark. So how many times do we have to count up to get to to get to the benchmark of 70? Let's check. Plus 1 would be 65. Plus 1 would be 66. Plus 1 would be 67. Plus 1 would be 68. Plus 1 would be 69. And plus 1 would be 70. So it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took 6 ones to be able to get to 70. So that's going to be our ones place. Because 64 plus 6 is 100. Now what I want to do is that we're at 70. I want to figure out what our tens needs to be. So let's go ahead and let's count up by 10. So plus 10 is 80. Plus 10 is 90, and finally, plus 10 is 100. And that took 1, 2, 3 tens. So it's 3 tens plus 6 ones, which is 36. Which is kind of funny because I ended up using the arrow method anyways. But I wanted to show you guys how it could look with the number bond too. Alright. So, I am going to go ahead and stop the video here, but I want you guys to try this one yourself. I'm doing this because it's very important for you to try word problems on your own. Be a risk taker. Do the best you can. If you're wrong, it's okay. And then show your teacher what you did. Now for Mr. Cannon's class, this doesn't go in your notebook, okay? This will not go in your notebook because you do not have enough space for it. Just write it on a piece of paper for extra credit. I don't know if the other second grade teachers will give you extra credit, but hey, maybe if you told them Mr. Cannon said so, maybe they'll let you. Go ahead and do your best, and as always, have an awesome day.